What's going on? I'm Drew. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm 24 years old, and this is my very first hair system. When I was 18 years old, I first started losing hair. I had a receding hairline that progressively over the years until I was about 22 is when I first noticed it. And I got to this point where I started wanting to express myself more through my physical appearance and present a version of myself to the world that I was proud of. And so I started getting on some preventative hair loss medication, and that held the line for about a year until I decided to go and get a hair transplant in Turkey, which was a crazy experience in and of itself. So I was trying to go for a longer look ultimately with the transplant. After a little bit, just the hair started getting drier and it'd get to this length where it would break off, and then I'd just feel like I was back to square one. And because of the hair system, now I can achieve that long look that I've always been going for. Now that I have this long hair, I just feel like I'm kind of getting closer to my aura, my truest self, you know, whether it's tattoos or piercings or coloring your hair or having a certain style. These are all things we can do to make ourselves feel better internally, which translates into the external as well. I have a poly base right now and I've had no problems. I think the first install, I just got out and I was like, okay, I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it was. And like now I'm 2 weeks in and I barely notice it's there at all. Even when I wake up in the morning and I brush my hair, it just feels like my natural hair, and that's something I'm super grateful for. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I actually went to a concert a few days after I got my first install, and I was a little bit scared because I was getting sweaty, and it was kind of a heavier concert and some metal and a lot of sweat and people and mosh pits, and it held up perfectly fine. I was getting a ton of compliments, and even just having my normal hair before, you know, I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about, and now that I have this long, like healthy, luscious looking hair, I mean, people compliment it all the time. You know, and I'm open with telling them my story and telling them how I got to this point, and I'm proud of it. For anybody that's considering a hair system like I was, the first thing I consider is just be yourself. You know, I think we're all trying to be our genuine selves and our authentic selves, and there's nothing wrong with customizing your appearance to make it look like something that you're ready to present to the world. And I think that once you have that confidence to make the leap and take the jump, you'll find that it's worth it.